Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I finally managed to do all the achievements this game has to offer. So this is next to the actual good thing, the challenges throughout the league. You know, these 40 challenges that you can do, where you get like a Blight helmet or league specific stuff like wings, portal effects, or those big ass trophies that are here in the backside here of the hideout, right? And there is another tab, it's called the achievements, and this is 100% completely useless. You don't get anything. You don't even get a call from Chris Wilson himself where he says like, you are finally managed to finish the game Path of Exile. Congratulations. No, nothing. No MTX, nothing. Just pure satisfaction for yourself that you can say, hey, I've done all the achievements. And today, I want to talk about the achievements themselves, like what you have to do in certain parts, what is easy, what is hard. And the hardest part, the ones that I focused one single day on those challenges, or at least achievements, and I could almost do everything besides hardcore achievements and like 2 or 3 other achievements that I want to talk about a little bit later that I did the last 3 days, or at least the last 3 took about 15 hours. This is just the character where I done all the missing ones. And back in 3.6 when we had the what's it called, the 30 days, the flashback event, and in the flashback event I decided to play hardcore solo self-found, and guess what, my wait, where is it now it should be in standard, solo self-found standard, no, solo self-found hardcore. So here they are. This one, the Juggernaut, is the Blade Vortex one that I played throughout the leagues. This one I was able to do level 90 hardcore solo self-found and also do all laps. And then there was only like 4 achievements missing after that one. And since the league is so dead already and I'm so bored, I finally said like, hey mbX, you gonna fucking do those achievements so you can finally say, dude, 120 of 120, and today we're gonna talk about those if you wanna recreate it or at least like do them for yourself. So we start at the start here. We're just gonna go through every single challenge and it's going, or achievement, it's going to take a little bit longer in this video, but the majority here is self-explanation and it's not even hard to do. There's just a couple of there are actually a little bit harder to do. So we start with the challenger, complete the labyrinth. This is the normal one, right? Then leader, lord, and fearless is like the cruel lab, merciless lab, and the labyrinth lab. So as long as you ever did the Uber lab, you're done with the first 4 challenges. So then we have the Dauntless, the Cruel Lab in Hardcore. Then we have the Merciless Lab and the, yeah, those 2, there is actually some missing. Actually, wait a second. The Labyrinth in Hardcore, Cruel Lab, Merciless. There is one with the Uber Lab. That's actually missing here. That's probably somewhere at the bottom. So these are the first 3 labs here with the Merciless in normal. Then we have Hardcore. Then the other one, so Kill Brutus in the Warden of Axiom Prison. This is in the one in Act 1. So this is something, once you play through the whole campaign, all 10 acts, killing all the bosses, the side quests, the waypoints, all of that, you're already gonna have a bunch of these achievements unlocked. The Star of Rayclast, Kill Merveil. This is Act 1 as well, the New Dawn, the Oversoul, the end boss in Act 2. Then we have the Rest of the Wicked, defeat Piety in her laboratory. This is in Act 3, I think, on the way to Dominus, I think. Kill Dominus as a ranger, then you have Kill Dominus as a Templar, we have Dominus as a witch, as a shadow, as a duelist, as a marauder, as a scion, and free the scion. This is also in Act 3. So basically, if you switch builds a lot around like I do, like I play, I pretty much leveled up 150, 200 characters already, because if I, let's say, have a 95 occultist and there was a, I don't know, a Bane character, and I want to play an Essence Drain afterwards, I typically, it's a streamer point of view, right? I just delete the character and level it up once more, just so I get a feeling about playing Essence Drain in the lower stages, once I stick in some currency, what are the power spikes, and so on. So I even delete those, and yeah, I have unlocked all of these just because I have every single character at a certain league leveled up to like level 90 plus at some point. So, beginning of the end, reach level 60 as a non-hardcore. This is just like standard or league, trading league, right? Or solo self-found, doesn't matter, as long as it's non-hardcore, not too hard. Level 70, level 80, and level 90. So, as soon as you get level 90, you're gonna unlock 1, 2, 3, 4 of those achievements here. The same counts as hardcore. So, these were the ones, the Undying, the Immortal, and the Eternal. were the ones that I was missing a couple of leagues ago. But as I said, in the flashback solo self on hardcore race that I've done, as I showed before, I managed to go level 90 hardcore and killing all the laps or completing those with my Juggernaut. So then we have the Locomancer. Tag every waypoint as one character. This is something I typically do every time I play this campaign. If you're new to the game, it's basically every time there is like a dot in the circle, like here is no waypoint, here is a waypoint. So every time you see a dot here, there is a waypoint. You just have to collect every single waypoint here. And as I said, I like perfection, or at least like, how you call it, completion. So I do this with every single character that I play. No loose ends, complete every side quest as one character. This is the same thing as the waypoint, just with the side quest. Like either is a like Fairgraves gives you a ring, for example. This is something people like to skip, especially as racing. Then also like passive skill points and so on. So if you do all side quests, so if you just decide with one character, you're gonna play through everything and gather every waypoint, every side quest and so on, you're gonna have a bunch of these already unlocked. So the next one, this is something I did yesterday. No, actually took 3 days. All ears. Listen to all optional NPC dialogues as one character. And here I had to cheat a little bit. I have here an Excel spreadsheet that the community members put together. So credits to Mystical Chill. He put this one together with the help. So here we have 3.0, 3.1, 3.5, and so on. And here we are in 3.8, and there is currently 509. So back in the days in like Path of Exile 1.3 or something, there were a lot less, because you only had 3 acts with Dominus, and then you had like the harder modes like Nightmare or whatever it's called back in the days. That was a time where I haven't even played the game. There were a lot less dialogues, but now we are in 509, and this is something you kind of, and this is not a joke, right? You have to follow everything. You really have to see, okay, you go into the town, what do you get? Dying Exile, introduction, click on that, go to Linus Watch, and I would definitely say, you go into the first zone, you talk to everything, and then you check, how much do you have, and compare it to the one. If you have now 19, then you can keep on going, because the problem is, if you're, let's say, here, this one. After killing the unique rower in Mudflats, do not enter Fetid Pool. So if you kill the rower and then go to the Fetid Pool, this conversation does not exist anymore. You cannot get it anymore, okay? That means you really have to strictly follow. Like every time you go into a zone or do something special, you have to go back in town, talk to every NPC, because they're gonna have probably a dialogue because of that. And if you skip something, if you say like, you know what, I've just done this quest, before I enter it, I go to the next zone, grab the waypoint so I'm faster. This is the worst thing you can do, because then you're gonna miss certain dialogue. So you really have to pay attention to that one. You really have to see, okay, I'm in Lionel's Watch now. I should be at 19 conversations. Check here, do you have 19 out of 509, yes or no? If not, continue until you have the 19. And then continue to the coast. You go into the coast. Then the Tidal Island. You really have to do min-maxing here. You really have to focus, because let's say, this has to be done as one character, right? So with the character you're playing. Let's say you're somewhere here in Act 7. After Ralakesh, or what is it like? After you seeing the blocked passage, do not enter Felshire Ruins. If you're seeing the passage and go into the Felshire Ruins, you're gonna miss that single dialogue, and in the end, you're gonna have 508 of 509. So you can start over again. You really have to pay attention to that one. And this one, this spreadsheet, is linked in the description below if you want to take a look. And there is also No Stone Unturned, Locomancer, and No Loose Ends with all these side information. That's the next thing I did here. Discover all environmental lore as one character. This is basically this one here. So all the letters, the bronze and monographs, this is basically before you do these trials in the maps, right? And there is the same. You go Act 1, you do all of those and check if you have 29 out of 140. If you have so, continue to the Act 2, Act 3, and so on. There is 2 that are complete bullshit to do. The first one is in Act 3 in the library. These are here, these books here. In the library, this is not the archives. This is the one where you are at Siasa, where you have to collect the 4 golden pages in the archives, right? At this zone, at the library, not at the archives, at the library, there is 3 book stands. And those book stands have random number of the books, okay? That means you click on that, you get book 1 here, book 3 here, book 4 here of that one. So you enter a new zone, or at least like reset the zone, like control click on the waypoint, go back to library, and you keep on doing. You grind this one, you get this one, that one, this one, that one, this book, that book, that book, that book, and you just continue that until you have all these books unlocked. And the second part, which was also pretty shit, was at the end here with the, what's it called? With the random val area. And here is a little trick here back. If you go to read first, you have here a link. This one, I think it was this one, I'm not sure. No, not this one. This one here. Basically how I did that, because I wasn't sure, did I find every single book in the library or not? I had to do it like that. I was opening just like you go over here, you take like some fragments here, right? And you open this val-sided area. So now it says it is the covered up hollow. So now you check this list here. Where is the covered up hollow? And you delete this part because this is the letter that you have already read, right? So there's like, I think like 12 or 15 letters that are different. And there is certain location that is attached to that. So covered up hollow, for example, this is the one that I have here. So I will find the val letter. There was no blah, 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 okay? So you can delete this part out of that. So you open the next one and you continue that. Or you get the prophecy, or you go to Act 6, the rich, to find I had nothing, blah, blah, blah. So this one, plus the ones that I said before with the books, the different books here in the library are the worst thing. And this took probably 3 or 4 hours, just the val-sided areas and the library books. So this is actually super shitty to do and took a lot of time. So left to chance, create a unique item using an orb of chance. If you want to get a leather belt, a shaped one, get a shaped a space hunter, for example, or a treasure, something like that. Or you take any low-level unique, like any, you can actually start with a leather belt. You're probably gonna get the worm's mold, and if you're lucky enough, you get this one and get like 200 exalts just for free, basically, if you are lucky enough. So that is actually quite easy to do. Well connected is to get a 6-link item. This is something you probably should do or should have done in a certain league, but you have to fuse it yourself. Then gemling, have a skill, gem level to 20, absolutely no problem when you progress through the league. Then we have 15 combined endurance, frenzy, and power charges. This is something I did with the assassin, I think, back in the days, or even as a juggernaut with the 10 endurance charges that you can have, or as I said, with dual wielding void batteries, or as a raider with frenzy charges, you know. And then you probably just get the overcharged here. So you have a chance to empower friends' endurance charges. Usually you have 3 of each type, and then you can scale into some more. So let's say if you're focused on frenzy charges as a raider, you have 3 power, 3 endurance, so you start with 6, then plus the 3 frenzy is 9. So basically you just have to get a maximum of, god damn it, where am I here? We have to get a maximum of 15. That means you need 6 additional either power frenzy or something like that, which you can get in gear, and you can just mix it up like 7 power charges, 7 frenzy charges, and the rest you're gonna fill up with endurance charges, so not really too hard. And with the overcharge you get, you can generate those frenzy, power, and endurance charges on kill for mapping, for example. So the Elemental Trinity, slay an enemy that has simultaneously Ignite, Shock, and Freeze. So this is something you can do as, back in the days we did it as an Elementalist with all the ailments spread. Herald of Ice, like cold damage will freeze, then lightning damage will shock, and fire damage will ignite. You can do this, I don't know how I've done that. I had this unlocked, so I haven't done it like yesterday or something, but it's not really too hard. Like if you have like all 3 types of elements attached to something, and if it's a boss that does survive longer than 1 hit, you can take like Ellie hit, for example, right? That chooses either lightning, fire, and cold. So you just have 1 target, a map boss, for example, that you just continuously shoot at it until it's burning, igniting, and frozen. So, because these things last for a couple of seconds, so you just need a higher attack speed. So, geared up, epic, rare, or unique item in every non-flask slot. This is basically this one here, the 10 items. Shouldn't be too hard, either rare or unique. I mean, come on. This is just like once you're, even in the campaign, you are gonna have this one unlocked. So, Jari-Mancer, shatter 5 monsters with a single action. This is basically every kind of juicy Herald of Ice build, where you just have these nice chain reactions going off. Then one of a kind, equip a unique item, self-explaining. Then allocate a keystone passive skill. This is this one here, this is a keystone. So the difference is, this is a note, a small one, then this is a notable, the little bigger one, and the keystone is the biggest one. So you're just gonna scale into that one, paradigm shift is unlocked. Easy clap. The Explorer, fully clear an endgame map. This is just you go a map, and if you're in the map, you're gonna have a counter of monsters on the right side. So it usually says more than 50 mobs, and once you kill every single mob, the counter will go down, and as soon as it reaches 0, you're gonna unlock the Explorer. Pretty easy. The Traitor, help all the Bandit Lords. Pretty easy. Don't forget, you can reset that, okay? So that means you're gonna, like, with one character, you help Alira, with the next one Kratin, the next one Oak, and then you can reset using 20 Orb of Regrets. And either for Alira, it's the Lapis Amulet, that means the 30 Intelligence. If you take an Nyx Amulet, you get the Aramir's Favor, which is 2 skill points. So you can change that later on. If you said, like, okay, my character was a non-crit character, I took the 2 skill points, then you just refund points that you have 2 available. Then you vendor 20 regrets with the Lapis Amulet, and then you can switch to Alira. So the 2 skill points will be gone, but you're gonna get the multiplier and the elemental resistance out of that. So, the Golden Touch, open a large chest. The only thing I can think of is in the Vaults of Etzir, the unique map where you at the end open a large chest. So this could actually work, or it's maybe in the Labyrinth, I'm not sure. So have 3 totems live at once. This is kind of easy with spell totem support or multiple totem support. So even as a non-totem character, you can have 3 totems active at once. I do that usually with my Chaos builds with the 3 Wither totems. Then out of gate, reach level 8 in any race event. Here you just have to wait until there is an event, and then you just level up to level 8, which is super easy. Capture the flag is something I did today. You hit the B button, and then you have here PvP, and at the end you have a CTF open, 3 vs 3, capture the flag. Basically, you run in the enemy base, grab the flag, and run back to your flag, and then it's unlocked. It's pretty easy. Just make sure you're not using movement skills, because as soon as you use Flame Dash, if you have the flag attached, then you drop the flag. So just activate your flask and just run through everything and hope that you're surviving until you hit your own flag. So, Zombie Horde, have 9 raised zombies. This was pretty easy, especially in this league. With the Baron strength stacking, I had in the end like 17 zombies at a time. So this is actually pretty easy to get as well. Then, have at least 75 resistance to Fire, Cold, and Lightning. I mean, every character should have that. So, Dream within a Dream, have a unique map dropped within a unique map. This is basically, you just tunnel unique maps, and at one point you're gonna find a unique map. This is like a unique mapception. Like, this is like a lot of these achievements are self-explaining. Beginner's Luck, have a unique item drop in the Twilight Strand in Act 1. So either if you're bored, you can kill Hillock over and over again, hope for an Uber Hillock and get the Onigoroshi, or just continue farming those mobs and anybody of those will drop, I don't know, the Dread Wrist Gloves, for example, or the gloves where you get like frenzy charges, like, how's it called? I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere here. It can get a gold rim, for example, or the Lochtonial Keras. They have no level requirement here, so one of these will be dropped at some point, and this is just a unique. You probably, if you're not playing or started freshly with Path of Exile, you're gonna have that unlocked anyways. Full clear Dread Thicket, as I said with the maps, you're gonna go to the Dread Thicket. This is in Act 2. It's over here, or in in the Part 2 in Act 7, you have the Dread Thicket over here as well, where you kill Grutkul, as far as I remember. Then we have allocate character's 4th keystone passive. This is something I'm actually not sure. For me personally, I would say if you have 4 keystones allocated. So you can skill up over here, take the Eldritch Battery, the Chaos Inoculation, and here we have Ghost Reaver, and here maybe Face Acro or Painted Human. Like, those 4 are pretty close to each other. You could try to unlock these, because this would make the most sense. Allocate a character's 4th keystone passive. Or actually, wait a second. My bad. It's about this one here. These are the secondary, at least the ascendancy points. So here with 1, 2, 3, 4, these are keystones as well, same as this one. So you basically, after you kill Uberlap and you have those killed 4 of those, then you should be done with those. That was my bad. So, Catacombs, full clear, self-explaining. Raise the bar, have 90% resistance to any element. This is something, this is the hard cap of resistance. So you cannot get immune to any resistance anymore if you have 100 besides the Chaos Inoculation, because this will make you 100% immune to chaos damage. So you have 100% resistance. This is the only thing where you can hard cap 100% here. Other than that, if you just check some of the Righteous Fire Guide, because these are the people that are usually getting a lot of fire resistance. With that, having, for example, Barbarism gives you 1% max fire resistance. If you anoint this one, for example, you get 1% max elemental resistance. Corruptions can give you maximum resistance. Purity of fire. The best thing to do is watch or just Google a righteous fire guide. And you're gonna find in the gearing section, you're gonna see a lot of items that will give you max fire resistance. For example, the Rise of the Phoenix, the shield that gives you max fire resistance, and others like that. So next one, full clear archives, is pretty self-explaining. Join a public party, like this is something. Wait here, on the PvP, no events, no. Where was it? Wait a second. I think if you go to a town, I think there is a short key for one of those as well. But usually, I think there is like in the cities, there is like a wall where you can like join public events somewhere. Notice board? Public parties. Here I could join this guy here. That is level 13. You know what? Let's join him. Let's drop him Exalt. Let's see how he finds it that way. Maybe he can buy some nice level gear. Wait, where is he? Oh shit, he's actually there. Come to me, boy! Hey, we're gonna bring some fun here to the new players. Let's see what he's going to do with the Exalt. We're just gonna run in there. We're gonna freaking kill him up here. Boom! Holy shit, that's actually, wow. Oh wait, I have D&D online. Okay. This is actually insane. Like, bye, sir. Hope you have a good life in Path of Exile. Is a great game. Just stick with it. But for the video, I have like D&D on, so happens. Okay. Good. The good thing of the day is done. Next part. Fully clear ship graveyard cave. This is in Act 1 as well. Should be here on the ship graveyard cave here, as I said. Then, wait. Act 1 ship, yeah, it's in Act 1 here. Then Val Gemling, we have level up the Val skill gem. This is something you probably do with a Val Righteous Fire on any spellcaster. Then fully corrupt an item to have a white socket, like you just use a Val Orb or the double corruption chamber, but usually a Val Orb. This is the part where it gets boring. Either it doesn't change, it breaks, or you get a white socket, or you get an implicit, which is kind of not that common, I would say. At least from my experience. Behold my army, have 60 minions at the same time. I remember doing this quite some time ago, but I think it's something with Val skeletons. So if you just Google that one, behold my army PoE, you're definitely gonna find something how you can do that. For example, here is a good tool here as well. 8 zombies, 20 raging spirits. Skeletons from Val Skeletons is 60 minions. Easy as that. So if you play a summoner or just like buy all those gems here, then you can easily reach that as well. If you have +1 to raise skeletons or anything like that, you can just like spam these, and then you get some faster casting with raging spirits, and just spam the shit out of them. And at one point, if you have 60 minions going, then it will unlock this one. So hostile territory, corrupt a map to have 8 mods. This is something you usually do, and the challenges as well, because normally there is always, like every single league as far as I remember, you have where is it? Complete unidentified maps. There is usually always one where you have to kill, or at least like run a certain amount of maps with 8 modifiers. Unique maps, encounters, blighted maps. Where is it? Hello, sir. Encounters. Donation cards, encounters. Wow, I'm actually garbage. Wind maps, and usually there is one with 8 mods. Well, anyways, so the thing is, if you have a map that is probably high tier, you're just gonna choose it up here, get some mods here, and then you have prefix and suffix the same as you have on crafting items here. And if you hit a Val Orb, it can either stay the way it is, or hey, let's see. This has now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modifiers. So you need to use a Val Orb, and this one has like 136% quality. Holy shit. That's actually insane. But this is how you're gonna get the Corrupt the Map to have 8 modifiers. I would just like legit unlock this achievement here with the Corruption Orb. So Dream Corruption, corrupt the map into a Val Temple map. This is the one you're gonna corrupt tier 15 maps. And you get either like, you can have them higher, or you get the Val Temple map, so you have to get those tier 15 maps going. We could just, I don't even know if it just works like that. I mean, probably not with shaped maps, so we have like 19 of the penis map. I would say we're just gonna corrupt them and see if we're getting a Val Temple map. Here we have a Guardian map, and oh, here it is. The Val Temple map, achievement unlocked, easy clap. This is how you do that one. As I said, they can get to Guardian maps as well, like one higher, or you're gonna get the Val Temple map, and this is the one we're looking for. The Cutthroat, kill another player in any mode or league. This is just in PvP. That's like easy. You're just gonna queue up here on the PvP tab and just do like best of 7 dueling, and you just have to kill him once. And in the 3v3, it's easier because if they're focusing on another player, or you just go into the Act 3 in the Sarn Arena. You can also like join the PvP and just like, there's like all versus all. You're just gonna run in there and try to kill somebody. Then corrupt a skill gem to be a Val skill gem. This is a list that you have here. Let's say Val skills PoE. That means you're just gonna corrupt the usual gem, and you get one out of these Val skill gems, and the achievement is unlocked. This is the current version that we have here with all the like Val haste, Val grace, and Val haste. You're just gonna gather a bunch of these haste gems and just throw a Val corruption, a Val orb on it, and try to get this one. Then enhance a map with a Val fragment. This is basically, you run a map, so you're just gonna open this map using a fragment on top of that. Every single fragment will give you 5% more quantity on the map. So all you do, get the map in, get a frag in, and then you just open the map the typical way, and it gets unlocked. Got a lot of talking here, holy shit. So, next point, we have the Identify Corruption, corrupt an item to have a new implicit modifier. This is the one that I said, like either get a white socket, nothing happens, it breaks, or you get a new implicit. What we, for example, have on these gloves here, I corrupted them with level 11 vulnerability on hit. So this is what they mean with the corruption implicit. Queen of Sacrifice, kill the Atiri in the apex of sacrifice. This is the one that you get from the sacrifices here. And the Uber Atiri would be the harder one, the Uber Atiri. I don't know if there is actually one of those. There is so much more. Holy shit. Okay, we need to speed this one up. It's like 120. We are halfway. We're actually pretty much on the end, hopefully. So, fully clear the Colosseum endgame map. Here, the map, Colosseum map, so not in Act 3. This is actually the tier 13 map, I think. Fully clear the harvest. This is, the harvest is in Act 2. No, wait, it's... Where is the harvest? God. Act 9? Valley of the Beast, the Rotting Core? So it should be Act 4. The harvest, there you go, Act 4. Fully clear, that means every single monster has to be killed there. Vol, the Emperor of Purity. Vol is in Act 4, in the start, as far as I remember, in the Dryad Lake. Then we have Umbra Slayer, kill the Chevron of Umbra. This is in Act 6, in the tower, where you kill Chevron. Or this one, Chevron of Umbra, I think this is this one, because there is a second Chevron when you are on the way to Malachi. In the harvest as well, where you have to kill one of the 3 bosses, collect their organs to spawn Malachi, so it could be that one as well. Dispelling the Curse, kill Doedre. This is in the Act 8. After the crest pool, the pool here. Then we have Bring of Pain, kill Maligaro, which is in Act 6, 7, wait a second. It was in Act 7, actually. You go to the crypt, get the stone, get to the Maligaro Sanctum here in the Chamber of Sins, where you activate the map device, and then you go to the Maligaro Sanctum and kill him. Then we have kill Eater of Souls in the core map, basically just finish the core map. Then we have a hand in a full set of divination cards. So you typically have like a full set, like here, like a bunch of these, check in the box, like entering a full set will unlock this achievement as well. Then we have End of Nightmare, kill Malachi the Nightmare. This is the end boss of Act 3 here. No, wait, Act 4. Act 3 was Dominus. So, in the harvest, once you kill the once you have gathered the organs, then you can just hand them over to Piety, and then you kill the Malachi. Then we have reserve 95% or more of your life. This is something you can do with a blood magic gem. Just make sure that things here, like this is 50% mana reservation. If you have a blood magic support, it will have a lot more, right? So here it says mana multiplier 197%. So basically this one will go from 50% to almost 100%. So just equipping the Wrath, for example, with the blood magic, you should be able to reserve 95 plus of your life. So defines land the killing blow on the Val Oversoul while you have the Fortify buff effect. Pretty easy. You're just gonna get Fortify, the support gem, link it to like shield charge, leap slam, anything like that. So once you're at the Val Oversoul, this is the the boss of Act 2. You're just gonna use that skill. You get Fortify buff and then you kill it off. Make sure that your buff lasts longer than you need to kill the Val Oversoul. Then you have Kill Rogue Exile in the Homm Stronghold. This is in Act 3 here. Where is it? Actually, it's Act 4, Homm Stronghold. Why do I miss Act 3 and Act 4 so often? Holy shit. Homm Stronghold, there is a prophecy. I think the Deadly Rivalry or something like that, where you getting an exile as a prophecy on the map. Then we have land the killing blow on the Burning Man while you are burning. The Burning Man, like, while you are burning means Righteous Fire, for example. Is a burning ground you are burning. Or basically self-igniting, okay? So burning damage is the outcome damage if you're ignited. So there are a couple of items where you can self-ignite yourself. Let's see, Ignite PoE. There are some items where you can self-ignite. What's the name of it? The Mokus Embrance, chance to ignite, chance to be ignited. So you're gonna get a Mokus Embrance, you're just gonna auto attack this guy, just make sure you're not having too much damage until you're burning, and then you kill the Burning Man. The Burning Man is in Act 4 as well, after you go into the mine. So you're gonna go to Dried Lake, then you can open the mine, and on the second part of the mine, or actually in the Crystal Veins, I'm not even sure, mines or Crystal Main, there is the Burning Man. This is the guy with the Righteous Fire, right? And once you kill it, he explodes. So that's pretty simple to do here. Time Capsule, open a Val Vessel in a corrupted zone. Just use one of the fragments here to open a Val-sided area. And at the end, there is the vessel where you can get the Val Vessel, or at least in the corrupted zone. Marakath Steel, equip a Marakath weapon type. So Marakath are a certain amount of items. Usually the one that I remember the most is the Marakath Bow. So you see there is a list of Marakath here, Marakath weapon. There is a bunch of those available here. Access, like two-handed weapons, a bow with a movement speed implicit, claws, and so on. So the thing is, you're just gonna go PoE trade and buy one of each type or on the vendor and just equip all of those. And then once you have everything unlocked, then you get this one unlocked as well. Alchemist Stone, craft a jewel with 4 mods using an Orb of Alchemy. So this is basically you have any kind of jewel, which I hope that I have laying around. Where is it? Any kind of jewel. Hopefully not too expensive. Oh no, we are in the 1x tab, the 2x, 3x alts. Okay, this one. RIP. 3x alts. Bam. So, Orb of Alchemy, 1, 2, 3, 4, achievement unlocked. Perfect. Easy clap. Imperfections, corrupted jewel, a unique jewel into a different unique jewel. This is something that happens quite often if we're doing gambles like corrupting, I don't know, an inspired learning to have 5% increased damage or something like that. You're gonna find out that every time you try to corrupt, or at least like very often if you try to corrupt a unique jewel, it's gonna end up in self-flagellation or any kind of corrupted other type of jewel. So you're just gonna buy a bunch of the cheapest unique jewels that are available. Let's see if we have some here. This one, for example. Then we have these two. So basically, we're just gonna corrupt those and hope that they are oh, here, achievement unlocked, self-flagellation, as I was talking about it. So you're just gonna have one of these easy jewels that you get as a quest reward. You're gonna throw a Val Orb on top of that, and once it transforms, you're gonna unlock the imperfections. The unique influence, equip a unique jewel with a radius. That is basically, for example, the. We have one of these here somewhere. Yeah, Glorious Vanity. These are jewels that you equip and then they have a radius around. As simple as that. But there is more, like the Intuitive Leap, for example, that you use to socket into here to get the Melding, the Dreamer, and the Overcharge, for example. So all of these have a radius attached. Then, next on the list is the Emperor. We have Complete the Eternal Labyrinth as a non-hardcore character, and Untouchable, Complete the Eternal Leap in a hardcore league. So this is the ones that I said before. The normal, the cruel, merciless, and now we're having the Uber lab here in both hardcore and non-hardcore. Pretty easy. Heretic, kill High Templar Dominus in Act 3. Kill Argus is in the Uber lab. If you like the dog that... I wouldn't say dog, it's actually the pet of Izaro. So basically, let's call him his dog, okay? Because we love dogs anyways. But yeah, in this time it's not that great because we have to kill it. Treasure Hunter, kill Izaro and have him drop 3 treasure keys. Make sure that you, if you want to do this one, that you're gonna go for the hidden shrines, because a shrine buff can also be that Izaro will drop 1 additional key once he's dead. Kill a god and obtain their power. This is basically the pantheons. These are all our gods, and you're gonna need the vessels here. This one, Divine Vessel, and then you have certain maps. They have an icon on top here, for example. So if I kill the if I do the Sunken City map, I just gonna go in here. Let's say Sunken City map. You're just gonna open that one and you kill the Arakali in there, and so you open basically the map with one of the Divine Vessels. And once you kill the boss, the soul of them is captured in there. So once you've done that, you go to the epilogue, you go here to Oriath, and then you talk to Sin, and once you click on him, he will tell you, oh my god, you're so good, you just unlock this and that power. It's basically the great text over here. So the basic god here is Soul of Lunaris, for example, with a physical damage reduction, but you can unlock 3 more types and just empower the Soul of Lunaris. Perfect. Next on the list, 2 of a kind, equip 2 unique items with the same name. Basically, dual wield any one-handed weapons, right? So it shouldn't be too hard. Like, get 2 life sprigs, they are like 1 alchemy or even less. Equip those, and they have then the same name, and it's unlocked. Decimation is complete a map area that is affected by 10 or more mods. This can include mods from Sextants and other mods that are not on the map item. So either you do the 8 mod version that I did over here with that one, and then you can just take one of these Sextants, throw them on the maps, and they will get additional mods, so it's not even hard to get 10 or more mods on the map. The small step, open a map in the map device, step through its portal. I mean, yeah, everybody should have done that at some point. Beyond that, kill Abaxot. The end of all that is basically... The Abaxot is a Beyond boss, so in this league it's probably not that easy because we don't have the Beyond modifier or the map device with Beyond. Next league we should have them again, so you're just gonna open a map with Beyond, and then at some point you're gonna have this beautiful boss that is probably gonna kill you quite often, especially on league starts when you don't have gear, and because the Abaxot is the hardest Beyond boss, and yeah, once you will encounter him, you're gonna notice him, because he's just going to spam the map with all freaking spells there is available in this game. So, all in a day's work, complete a Master Atlas mission. It's basically this one. You're just gonna open with the new zones here, Atlas mission, just drop a map in there, open that one, and do all the soul fight here, or capture the beasts and stuff. The Forsaking Masters, this took me a little bit longer. You need to get, like, every single master has a decoration level, right? And if your decoration level is like level 6, I had this today on Alvar, and she will tell you, there is a shoutout mark here, and you mouse over, and then it will tell you what is the next step to do so. Basically, you just need all the masters here on level 7, and this will unlock the Forsaking Masters. Deadly Sins, obtain every Pantheon power. This is basically the Pantheon powers, pretty easy. You're just gonna do every single quest here that is available on your quest log, and you will just permanently enable those for the character. Omnipotent, fully upgrade every god power. This is the one that I was talking about. If we now go, for example, another character that I played, let's say the Chieftain. Once you captured every single soul, there is 20 of those. These are all the ones that have an icon attached to that one, or you search or the certain Pantheon on the highlight map here, and it will figure it out, and then the icon will be deleted, because on this character I've absolutely upgraded every single Pantheon, so they're all empowered. Holy shit, there's going to be a long video here going through all of these achievements here. Okay, next one on the list is... oh god, I closed it. Shit. So, how far are we? Umbra Slayer, we've done that. Deadly Sins. Omnipotent, fully upgrade every Pantheon power. So we're almost done with the challenges, boys. So, Essence Corruption, corrupt an essence monster with a remnant of corruption. This is basically the ones, the red ones here. So if a monster is trapped in the essence here, where you have to double click on them so you free them, you first right click this one and use it on that, and this can potentially give you any of the Essence of Insanity, Delirium, or any other of those. Then we have the Quintessence, kill a monster that is under the influence of 5 essence mods. This is basically the same thing here. You can, with the Remnant of Corruption, get even more than 1, 2, 3, or 4 essences, and this is where you have to get 5 of those. So you're just gonna, if you get Sana, for example, take a look at her missions. Sometimes it is a free monster in the essence, for example. Then you take a bunch of Remnant of Corruption, and at some point you're gonna unlock the 5 ones if you're lucky enough. The Warlord is the kill all warband leaders. This is something you can actually do with the map device. You have warbands, you're just gonna run this all the time, and at some point you're gonna have every single leader of warbands killed. Augmentation, use an orb of to change the mods of a strongbox. So a strongbox is something you can craft on. You can actually quality them up with engineering orbs, I think. Improves the quality of a strongbox. Then you can throw alchemies, chaos, and so on. And you're just gonna take a look, and once you find a white strongbox, you're just gonna throw an augmentation on that one, which is this one. And chance a magic item with new properties. So you just first throw a transmute on it, and then you're gonna use an augmentation, and this will unlock the augmentation here. Oh, use an orb to change the mod. So it's not about the augmentation. You can just go and throw in an alchemy, and that's about it. Unforgettable, obtain the Shaper's memory fragments. This is basically Sana's questline that you're gonna do anyways every single league until you down the Uber Elder, I think, drops the last, or the Red Elder. The Fall of Oriath Complete Part 1 and King of Tide, or at least Fall of Oriath Complete Part 1. This is back in the days when 3.0 was released, where you had the 5 acts and now split into 2. So part 1 is basically this one. Once you you completed all the 5 acts, you're done with Fall of Oriath. King Tide, Widow's Lament, then Eternal Eclipse, Rule of 3, and Sin of Salvation is basically Act 6 boss, Act 7 boss, Act 8 boss, 9, and kill Kitaver, complete part 2, you're done. So then use, complete all white maps of the Atlas. So white maps is basically every single tier 1 till tier 5. Once you have everything done, you're gonna unlock the Apprentice Cartographer, the same with the yellow tier maps and the high tier maps. Then Atlas of Worlds is complete every map on the Atlas. This says also every Guardian map, every unique map especially. And once you're done with that, you have the 159 of 159 in this current state of the Atlas. It will change a little bit in 3.9 with the new expansion, with the rework of the Atlas. Then we have the Grandmaster, complete Hall of Grandmasters. Easiest way to do, get a carry. Or if it doesn't work on the carry, usually it does because it says map is completed. I have it here completed as well. If I find it, where is the Hall of Grandmasters? Sir? Hall of here it is. This is probably the worst map ever. It's a PvP map, and not a lot of characters can actually do them. Easiest way to do that would be, for example, a Lightning Trapper or Miner based build. Or just go to the trade channel or global channel and buy or purchase a completion or a carry bonus for that one. Sacrifice of the Vile, kill Tyrion the Alluring Abyss. This one is now Ubered series, so not in the Apex of Sacrifice where you get with the sacrifices here. You need those Mortal Rage, Mortal Hope, Mortal Ignorance, and Mortal something to unlock the Ubered series, but this one is a little bit more tricky. If you're new to the encounter, better watch a guide. The New World Order upgrade a map with the Shaper's Orb. This is basically, will get removed next league, I think, because there are no Shaper Orbs anymore since the Atlas will get reworked. Anyways, once you're done with the memory fragments, every time you get a memory fragment, you're gonna get the Shaper's Orb, and then you can upgrade, and this is basically a shaped version then of a map. For example, I used a shaped orb on the tier 9 waterways, now it's a tier 14 map. Then we have the Breach Lord. This is basically every single Breach Stone will have one of the bosses, and once you killed all, you're gonna unlock the Breach Lord. Ascendancy, choose an Ascendancy class basically once you're done with the first lap. The Ruler of Court, defeat the Pale Council. The Pale Council is this set here. The Volker's Key, Inya's Key, Iriel's Key, and the Eber's Key. This is something, once you've done the Pale Court, when you kill the bosses, you're gonna unlock the multi-mod on the crafting bench. Holy shit. So, the way to get these keys is to get the prophecies done. There is like the Unbearable Whispers, the Pharaoh Lord. There is 4 prophecy chains that have 5 parts, and once you did the last one, you get one of these keys, and once you have the whole set, you're just gonna throw them into your map device, and you're gonna open the Pale Court and unlock this one. And then the Shaper of Worlds, defeat the Shaper. This is, yeah, something you should do anyways. I'm pretty, I'm not sure how many of those will get changed or reworked or even removed with the upcoming expansion 3.9, the Conquerors of the Atlas, because it will get way harder to get the Shaper done, because there are no Guardian maps, so probably, I'm not sure how this will work, if it's just like Guardian maps will be on Sana missions, and once you have killed all 4 Guardians and have the fragments, that then you can kill the Shaper, because usually Shaper is in the middle of the Atlas. It will probably change to kill one of the Guardians or the new Conquerors, basically. But we're gonna see about that one in 3.9. Holy shit, that was a long video. Completely useless, but hey, I covered every single challenge or achievement, basically, on this game. And I've done now everything. I'm pretty hyped about that one. No, actually, I'm like super bored and super lazy. So yeah. There's nothing else to do in the Blight League than doing stuff like this. So guys, hope you enjoyed this kind of video. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.